Hi everyone! Are you guys ready to read? We have been studying nonfiction for weeks and weeks, so I thought today we would read another nonfiction story. This one is called Weird Sea Creatures, and if you can see in the picture, this guy is definitely weird. Let's take our sneak peek as we are looking at this book. It's called Weird Sea Creatures. This guy is definitely weird. Some weird things that I see. Well, I see that he is kind of, or she, I don't know, is kind of weird colors. It's an interesting color for a fish. I also see some weird teeth. We have talked a lot about teeth. I want you to think back to everything we've talked about with teeth. What kind of foods does this guy eat? Is he a meat eater or a plant eater? Think about that with those nice, sharp teeth. What kind of things does this fish probably eat? Well, let's go ahead and get started since we've taken our sneak peek. As I read, you guys study the picture and maybe have a quick chat after each page. You can pause the video and talk to somebody in your house about what you learned about whatever's on the page. So this page, and I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see the picture while I read. It may not work too well on the video, so we'll see. This one is called Strange But True. Many strange sea creatures live in the ocean. Some are beautiful. Some are ugly. Some are cute. And some are scary. Weird sea creatures are strange for a reason. The funny way they look and the strange things they do help them live in the ocean. So take your study time to look at this page. Talk to somebody about what you see here, what is going on there. Strange but true. Survival skills. Scoot a little bit so you can see. Some animals live in the shallow waters. Some live in the deep ocean. The ocean can be a hard place to live. Deep areas are cold and dark. It can be hard to find food. And the ocean can be dangerous. There are many predators. Any animal can quickly become dinner for another animal. And then down here in the little port glass here, whatever it's called, it says water word, predator. The word predator means an animal that hunts and eats animals. Predator. And if you look here, this gives you a couple captions. This one says snorkeling in shallow water, so you can see those kids with their masks on and they have a snorkel. They are snorkeling in the shallow water. Is this water deep or is it shallow? Think about the word shallow on this page. Down here at the bottom, it says a diagonal butterfly fish. So I'm assuming that is what those fish are called, which is pretty cool. Sea creatures have special skills that help them find food. They also have strange body parts that can help them hide and stay safe from other animals. How weird are these sea creatures? Let's find out. We're looking at this guy here. It's pointing to his eye. Doesn't really look like my eye and your eye, does it? Looks very different. Think about why that eye looks different. This here says, a Dumbo octopus finds food on the ocean floor with its large eyes. Now, think about the cartoon Dumbo. And take a look at this fish again. And think about why this might be called a Dumbo octopus. Pretty interesting. Over on this side, we have a leafy sea dragon blends in with the seaweed around it. Do you see that leafy sea dragon? Think about why it might be called a leafy sea dragon. This one here says, a moray eel's sharp teeth can catch prey. So this animal is a predator. Look at those sharp teeth. It's got a lot of teeth in there. Holy goodness. Hide and seek. Camouflage. Oh, look. It has that guide that breaks it down for you. Camouflage. Camouflage helps animals hide from their enemies. Looking strange helps them blend into the plants or water around them. Camouflage also helps animals catch dinner. Do you see the stonefish in the picture? Most fish don't because it looks like a rock or coral. When they swim too close, the stonefish springs from the ocean floor. It grabs dinner in a flash. Then down here, it's got another one of those water words. It's the word camouflage. Camouflage is an animal's natural color an animal's natural color or form that blends in with what's around it. So if you take a look at this fish over here, the stonefish, think about why it's called a stonefish. You see that stonefish in there? And there's a joke at the top of this page, which I know you guys love. It says, what is the strongest sea creature? A mussel! Mussels are like clams where they have a shell on the outside and something on the inside. So a mussel is the strongest sea creature. Pretty good. Big eyes. The deep ocean gets very little light. Many animals that live there have large eyes. Big eyes help creatures see in the dark and find prey. This viper fish uses its big eyes to spot hatchet fish. Dinner time. The hatchet fish uses its own large eyes. This is the hatchet fish. The hatchet fish uses its own large eyes to find tiny shrimp to eat in the darkness. Then there's another water word down here, and that is the word prey. Prey is an animal that is eaten by another animal. So predators eat prey. Pretty cool. Take a look at these two fish. This one here is the viper fish, and this one up here is the hatchet fish. So this guy here is looking for this little guy to munch on. Take a look at those big teeth. Goodness, and that big eye. Whoops, wrong way. That big eye for seeing in the darkness. It's pretty cool. Making light? Interesting. Many creatures in the deep, dark sea have a special trick. They make their own light. This is called bioluminescence. You guys can say that. Bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. And it's got a pronunciation guide. Bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. Some creatures use their own light as a flashlight to find prey. Light can draw prey toward an animal too. And light can surprise enemies, so an animal can make a quick escape. Take a look over here. This guy is called a comb jelly. There he is. And then it's got a water word, bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is light that an animal makes by itself. So it's light that actually comes from the animal. It's not made from the sun. It's not made from light bulbs. It is actually made from the fish. Take a look at this guy. Here's a nice close zoom in of him. And he's got a little thing that goes down. Let's read about him here in the caption. It says, the black dragonfish has funny patches that glow in many places on its body. So look at these patches where you can see that it is glowing. It kind of looks like its teeth might even be glowing, and there's its little fin glowing. Down at the bottom, it says here's another patch that glows. So it's got this long little, almost beard-like thing. I think that's probably why they call it a black dragonfish. because it's got this little thing that makes it kind of look like a dragon, and that has a little light at the end too. Expert food finders. Oh my goodness, this is a strange looking little thing here, isn't it? Huh, let's read about that. Some animals have wacky body parts that help them catch meals. The gulper eel has a super long tail. Prey comes close for a better look. This eel's giant mouth opens wide. It can eat an animal bigger than it is. It can't be picky. In the deep sea, the eel must eat whatever it can find. So there's that big fish again. Take a look at the captions. Over here is this guy's mouth. Look, oh, sorry, the glare is right on his mouth. Look at this guy's giant mouth. And then he's got this nice long tail. Says it's a gulper eel. And then there's a little caption that says that this is its tail. There's a joke at the top of this page. You ready for this one? What did the Atlantic Ocean say to the Pacific Ocean? Nothing. It just waved. Ha ha ha. That's a good one. Tiny cookie cutter shark locks onto its prey with strange sucking lips. Its sharp teeth sink in. They leave a bite the shape of a circle. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this guy. So here's some bite marks, it says, from these little fish that are biting on this guy. And there is an up-close version of its sharp teeth. So that little guy has some sucky lips and some sharp teeth to grab on. This page says, an anglerfish has its own fishing pole called a lure. The lure glows, and other fish want to know what it is. When they get close, the anglerfish eats them. So if you take a look here, there's his little fishing lure. So he's luring little fish in with his light up here. And then look at those nasty teeth. I would not want this fish anywhere near me. No, thank you, please. All right, let's keep going. Deadly dangers. Bumping into some sea creatures can be bad news. The yellow sea anemone, and there's a pronunciation guide, anemone, looks like a pretty flower, but it has stinging parts that have deadly venom. When a fish is stung, its muscles stop working. Then the anemone can eat the fish. Down here it's got another water word, which is venom. A liquid some animals make that can cause stinging pain or death. So he's got some venom in his little parts right here. If a fish touches it, its muscles stop working. Ooh, this is going to be a good page. The box jellyfish is one of the most dangerous animals in the world. It has arms called tentacles that grow up to 10 feet long. The tentacles deliver a painful, deadly sting. And over here, this lionfish has crazy, spiky fins, but you wouldn't want to touch them. The fins on its back are sharp and can sting you. So here's the box jellyfish with his nice, long tentacles that can grow up to 10 feet long. That's like, some of you, it might be bigger than the ceiling in your house. So if the jellyfish's head was on the ceiling, its tentacles would hang all the way to the floor. It's pretty crazy. Over here, we've got this lionfish, and it says that the fins have venom. So these fins are venomous. Here's a joke. What sea creature goes well with toast? A jellyfish. Put jelly on your toast. Strange senses. Some animals near the ocean floor don't even have eyes. They can't see their food, so they use other senses to find it. A sea cucumber, which is this guy down here, can feel tiny pieces of food stuck to its tube feet. It curls its feet in and licks them clean. Can you imagine eating off of your feet? If you were walking along the ocean floor and something got stuck to your foot and you stuck it in your mouth with your toes, that's what this guy does. I don't really think he has toes, but kind of the same thing. A hagfish has a super strong sense of smell and touch. It can smell food that's fallen from higher up in the ocean. It uses feelers to find its meal. So if you look closely, it looks like a little worm almost, and he's got some feelers all around there. Pretty cool. There's that sea cucumber kind of up close. There's the end of it. This one's kind of camouflaged too. It might look like a rock. Alright. Super subs. How do we know about the weird sea creatures in the deep ocean? People can't dive down to see these strange creatures. It's too cold and dark there. The water pressure is strong enough to crush a person because the water is so heavy. If you get down deep enough, which you would never be able to swim down deep enough, so don't worry about that. But if you went way down there, it would actually crush you because the water is so heavy, which is super crazy too. But humans can use machines called submersibles. There's another pronunciation. Whoops, there we go. Submersibles. To explore the deep ocean. Sometimes people control them from far away. Like a remote-controlled car. And sometimes people ride inside. So here's a picture of one of those submersibles. And it's got a water word, which is the word submersible. It says a submersible is an underwater craft used to explore and gather information. Down here it says how deep. This submersible named Alvin can dive 4,764 feet deep. It would take more than 3 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other to reach this depth. Pretty crazy. Crazy, crazy. Submersibles collect information. They have lights and special tools. They take pictures and gather in plants, rocks, and animals. Scientists use submersibles to find the weird creatures shown here. And there are probably thousands more that have not been found yet. Which is pretty cool, too. Take a look at these guys over here. It says, these odd tube worms live on the bottom of the ocean. They can grow to be 8 feet tall. That's pretty crazy. You remember that I'm 5'5", so these tube worms can grow to be about 3 feet taller than me. It's a big worm. Take a look at this guy down here. He looks very sad. His name is Blobfish. I think you can probably figure out why his name is Blobfish. He kind of looks like a blob of gum. Or a blob of jelly or something. Pretty cool. Alright. That is the end of this book. So let's see. We have some questions here at the end. It says, bioluminescence is A, a loud sound, B, the light an animal makes, C, a search for food, or D, a fast swim. Think about it for a second. Bioluminescence. If you said that it was a light that an animal makes, you were right. Bioluminescence is when those animals have light that they make themselves. Question number 2. Machines that dive deep in the ocean are called speedboats, planes, submersibles, or scuba suits. Lincoln, go on, dude. You don't need to be part of this right now. All right, think about that. Machines that dive deep in the ocean are called... Here, I'll give you the word so you can see. We're on number 2. If you picked C for submersibles, you were correct. This next one says, which features are common in deep-sea creatures? Features are like parts of them. So what do they have that are common with deep-sea creatures? Is it A, a big mouth, B, big teeth, C, big eyes, or D, all of them? Take a peek at this one right here. If you said D, all of them, you were correct. Next question. Animals that have venom are not harmful, friendly, able to cause stinging pain or death, only found in shallow water. Take a peek at that first question right there, or the fourth question, really. If you said C, able to cause stinging, pain, or death, you were correct. Question number 5. Humans can't scuba dive deep into the ocean because it's too cold, it's too dark, the pressure is too great, or D, all of the above. So all of those choices. Humans can't dive down. D, all of the above. Remember, it was too dark, too cold, and they would get squished if they went that deep. Question 6. What is camouflage? A way of eating? A way to blend in and hide? How animals see in the dark? Or none of the above, which means none of those. What is camouflage? If you chose B, a way to blend in and hide, you were correct. Last question. An animal that is eaten by another animal is called prey, an anemone, a tentacle, or a creature? An animal that is eaten, it's hard to see that. An animal that is eaten by another animal. If you said A, prey, you were correct. Very cool. I hope you learned a lot from this book about weird sea creatures. Make sure to do something at the end of this book. Make sure you go and think about your favorite parts. Maybe go back in the video and have me reread the page to you. Maybe tell someone about your favorite parts of the story, or tell them something new that you learned. That would be a great way to practice what we've been learning in class with weird sea creatures. I will see you guys soon. Have a good night. Whoops. It disappeared.